What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one from Put a Ring on It and Stop Playing. All right? I'm not going to hold you. All right? I know your time is valuable. Let's go in.
Right now, we are not in our good space. By the end of this process, do you think he's gonna propose? Girl, I have no idea. Are you like into energy? Do you like meditate?
I paint. Like I have a fascination with flamingos.
No. No. That's my favorite bird.
We've been so in love for a minute now. Let's make it official. After that, say some vows. I do. Do you?
Joya, you went on a first date with Luther.
Yes.
Give me all the details.
As we started talking, we had so much in common. He paints.
Oh, wow.
And one of the things he painted was a flamingo, and he said, "That's my favorite bird." I said, "No way, that's my favorite bird." Like,
Girl, stop.
it was just so weird. I was like, "A flamingo?"
Hold on.
It was just
Jasha's eyes keep going to the top of his head.
we were just talking, and as we talked, I'm like, "This is weird."
You
Like,
know
we
what,
have a lot in common.
Jasha is having a little reaction over here. More than any date you have ever had, Joya.
I feel like he kind of just thought it was a joke, but like, dude, wake up. We're here to see if we're gonna get married or not.
Joya, will Luther be getting a second date?
Yes. I really enjoyed the first date,
Yeah.
and I just feel like going on a second date would probably just be fun again.
I love it. Jasha, your thoughts on her going on a second date?
She told me he was very respectful, so that's good. I mean, but I know what time it is, though. It's cool.
So again, the process is about you checking yourself and saying, wow.
See, a lot of times dudes don't want to look like they out of their cool. You know what I mean? Jay should take me as that type of guy who seem like he don't want to be out of his cool. Don't want to let her see him sweat a little bit. You know what I mean? He trying to keep it mellow, trying to keep it relaxed, trying to keep it cool. You know, I ain't gonna let her see me sweat like that, and I ain't gonna let her, you know, think she got the better hand or upper hand on me, you know. But I don't know. He kind of taking me as the guy that's kind of trying to do that right now. Let's go back in.
Okay, what am I feeling? It has nothing to do with good or bad. It has something to do with, no, I'm a little bothered. I ain't never heard her talk about nobody like this. Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? We are human beings. It's okay for you to be like, I'm scared.
But also share how I felt. I felt uncomfortable.
That's what I wanted to hear, because that's a real feeling.
That's what it was.
The hardest challenge has been dealing with the self, dealing with your own emotions. So I'm trying to see and process what I'm feeling.
Okay, let's recap. This week, Zay, you are going to go on a second date with Kenyatta. And Joya, you're taking out Luther, right, for a second date.
Mm-hmm.
And Catherine, you're going to be taking out Marcus for a third date.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Which leaves us with Ricky and Jasha. Both of you will be going out with someone new. Okay, I just got to say it. As y'all already know, this process will put pressure on any relationship. The question is, are you trying to work through those issues, or are you trying to avoid them?
Right.
Whatever that answer is, I'm just so happy y'all are here doing the work. I'm grateful to each of you, but y'all should be grateful to yourselves too. We're inching closer to that question you've been thinking of, and maybe even arguing about being answered. Is it time to move on, or...
Let me just say this. Dr. Stacy can really get it. She looks really nice. Really, really nice. I'll just leave it at that. Let's go back in.
Is it time to put a ring on it?
Call me Slumdog, I'm a millionaire. Yeah, I'm from the South like Camille. Rock stars. What's up?
Nothing.
What's
What's
up, man?
Thank you. Nervous.
I want to send you off like that.
What, nervous?
Yeah.
It's okay. I could tell he's a little nervous, but of course he's all macho man. He doesn't want to show it. Even if he's not comfortable, this is part of the process. This is something we both agreed that we were willing to do what it takes. And I've definitely been uncomfortable. So you know, maybe it's a little bit of petty mixed in there too.
Don't bring no more tall flowers.
Long stem roses.
Yeah, same thing.
Hey, hopefully he's athletic.
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, I'm flexing while driving.
I go by Josie Wells. I'm from the Bronx. I keep it cut nicely. As you can see, look at the drip. It's crazy. It's not about competition. I just think that a different perspective will change your life. And I'm a different perspective. Yo, what's going on?
What up? Okay.
Right.
Well, come on in. Jazz.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. Nice to meet you. I'm Jazz.
I'm a hugger.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's okay. If a woman was to ask Zay for a hug in front of me, I don't see Zay telling her no. So I denied him a hug. My part in ensuring that I stay within the boundaries that he set. Are you good?
What's up? You with a discreet gentleman right here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
I love it.
All right.
I'll explain the hugging thing later.
So, ladies, first impression of this guy, Josie. What do y'all think about him? Put it in the comments. Just first impression. What do you think about him? You know, he say he keep his swag. He got the drip. You know what I mean? Cause I don't know what ladies be looking at for guys. So I don't know. I don't know how to judge men. I'm a master at judging women. Only because I date them. So, but the men, I don't know. So y'all put it in the comments. What do y'all think of Josie? First impression. Let's go back in.
It's been a long time.
We're gonna learn today.
I was really impressed with the choice to go ice skating. It's so up my alley. I was really excited and super lit to go in and skate.
I noticed you didn't give me a hug earlier. But what happens if you fall out there?
Oh, well, if I fall, you better catch me. That's two different things. Like, for our dates, we kind of set boundaries.
Okay.
And so one of the boundaries that he requested was like no physical touch.
Oh,
And
okay.
I just, you know.
You didn't want him to know you about to be happy.
Oh my gosh. So you ready?
Come on.
I really felt comfortable with Josie. He didn't try anything extra. It was strictly just, I got you. You won't fall. Let's go.
Let's go.
No, I won't fall. This is slippery. Let me switch my hand. I need more security.
Okay.
How long you been single?
7 months?
Have you ever been married?
No.
Engaged?
Yes.
What happened?
Just learning about myself.
Yeah.
I think that people need to learn who they are in order to really be beneficial to others.
That's correct.
So a lot of times we jump into these relationships not really knowing what we really want.
I agree with that.
We do it looking for companionship.
Looking for happiness
Looking for-
in other people.
Exactly, and that's impossible.
Yes. So obviously you communicate well.
Absolutely.
That was like one of my big things in my relationship is just like the communication. But he's working on it. Like he's getting better, but you know, it's a process.
It is a process.
Yeah.
You meet someone and they have their experiences that led them to who they are today.
Yeah.
Now, at that point, you have a decision to make whether or not you want to accept this person, the person they're showing you,
Yeah.
or you can say, you know what, I don't want this, and you
Move on to
move on to
something
something
else.
else.
I get that. Undivided attention was a breath of fresh air. To have him listen and like give his input, it was really different. Zay's like always so busy, he has 2-3 phones ringing. So I'm enjoying myself. Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
That was a Josie Rose experience. Jasmine is a vibe. She looked good, she dressed the part, and she played some key factors in the type of woman I like. So,
He kept pump faking me with the marriage, like for
so
real.
you want to be married?
No, he bought it up.
Oh,
Yeah, He bought it up.
And he sold you the dream.
Sold me the dream, the car, the dress, the location, the date, everything. And just every time.
Maybe you think that's what you want.
I'm chilling. Like, this is the most submissive I've ever been in a relationship.
What were you like before?
I had a mouth, a normal Brooklyn chick. Like, you ain't gonna tell me nothing.
But I think the only person that's moved by that or worried about that is somebody who don't know who they are.
Yes.
I want your mouth.
Yeah, it bothers little boys.
Exactly.
And that's what I was running into.
So, are you having a good time tonight?
Yes, I enjoyed it. Do you enjoy it?
I had a great time.
I know.
I had a surprisingly great time.
Really? Me too.
Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna have this much fun.
I like speaking.
Let me say this. That was a good choice to go ice skating. They both kind of took to it pretty well. I didn't see either one of them fall. For them to not go in years, that was a pretty good job of ice skating. I think I've seen him do a 360. So, and another thing is, Jazz is really looking cute. This is probably the cutest I've ever seen her on this date. She really made herself up and looks real good on this date with Josie. So shout out to Jazz, because this is the cutest I've ever seen her right here. I want to say this too. You know, there's a lot of times people look at y'all heard of the 80-20 rule, right? A lot of times people look at the 20% and ignore the 80. I'm thinking that you know, Zay is giving her that 80%, but when you're not getting that 20%, it could really look good to you. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is giving her that 20% with the communication, and I know communication is important, you know, obviously, but I could really see this guy giving it to her, and she's like, you know, getting gassed up. Like, all these guys gas these women up real good. But what I'm saying is, don't always get caught up in the 20%. Okay. Recognize what you got in that 80%. Okay. So Zay is probably not the best communicator. Is that a reason to get rid of him for this guy? I would say not. You know, put in the comments what y'all think about that. Let's go back in.
To people, especially people in the mind frame that you're in.
So you ready to go back inside? Let's go cool off.
Oh, you talented. Go. You
That dolphin laugh.
Josie is full of surprises. I mean, not only he skate well, but he listens well, and he communicates. Wait.
Boomerang, take a boomerang.
He's giving me a lot to think about. That was cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, if you can't stand a burn, take yourself up out the kitchen. You can have a sit down. I'm about to bring you in.
So going into my second date with Luther.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm
How are you?
It's good to see you. Well, I'm on my first date with Soraya.
My name is Soraya. I'm 35 years old. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm well-traveled, cultured, and enthusiastic. My expectations going into this date is just to have fun.
Soraya?
Yes, Soraya.
Soraya.
Mhm.
What is that from? What
Okay.
is-
It's an Arabic name.
Really?
Yeah, it means shining star.
Shining Star. Okay. I see. Okay. Where you from?
My family's Jamaican.
Oh, Jamaican.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what do you do in Atlanta? What are you into?
I'm a real estate agent.
Soraya has a lot of the qualities like Joya. Same look, size, real estate, feminine, soft-spoken, and very beautiful. Cheers to
Cheers.
real estate.
Yes,
Good
real
markets,
estate.
good markets, good success, good life.
Yes.
First impressions of Soraya is she is nice. Okay. Very nice. It's the first woman I've seen really give Joya some competition as far as looks goes. I see she's a real estate agent just like Joya. She's, you know, got some Jamaican in her family just like Joya. There's some similarities. Let's go back in and see what else is going on.
Second go round.
You did. Yes, you did. I think it was the flamingo.
It was the flamingo? All right, well, speaking of such, since we're here, because I felt as if we had a connection.
Oh my God.
It's you.
It's me? Okay, let's open this.
We know your favorite color, right?
Yes, turquoise.
And like you said, I got a second date because of a flamingo, because that's your favorite bird, right?
Uh-huh.
And you would be from New York, right? Upstate?
You did not.
Yeah, they're from you.
Wow. When I see the painting, I'm floored. This guy put so much thought and effort into making me feel special, and I really appreciate him taking the time to think about that for me. That is
I
thoughtful.
don't know how that's going to work, being put up around your friend.
Did you just call him my friend? You're funny.
What are some things that you want in relationships?
My nickname for him is Smooth Ass Luther. Okay, if he break out in song, I'ma really trip. Okay, but let me say this: I respect it. He gave her a gift, very thoughtful, very it took a lot of paying attention on his side to get to know what her favorite color was, her favorite bird, all that other stuff. Very, very thoughtful gift to give. That's why I call him Smooth Ass Luther. It was a nice touch. Joya seemed to like it a lot. And it's that 20%, man. Sometimes people can really pay a whole lot of attention to that 20%. Let's go back in.
Understanding, open-minded, well-traveled.
You travel a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
What's your favorite place
As
you've
much
been?
as I can. Switzerland.
What?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm listening, I'm talking to Soraya, I'm thinking, I'm like, a lot of cool things that I really like, but it's just almost, I would say it's like a distraction, because I'm still thinking about Joya and her date with Luther, and so this is making me uncomfortable and also causing anxiety and worry.
Do you have an idea for like how many children you would want ideally?
It was always a minimum 2.
Minimum 2. So you want more than 2? What's your max?
I mean, my max is whatever my partner wants. I don't plan on having kids at 50.
No, I agree. I did want to ask you, I noticed a little bit of tattoos going on at the mare.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a sneak peek? I just want to see what you got going on.
Wow.
When Joy asked to see my chest, I actually got super excited because it showed that she had a physical attraction, not just a mental attraction to me.
Let's see if the other side. Wow. Okay. That's nice.
It's a lot. Yeah. I have more tattoos that Joya hasn't seen, and maybe one day she'll get a chance to actually see every single one of them.
How long were you married?
7 years.
7 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got married really young, too, right out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any kids, or?
Yes, I do have kids.
Okay.
I have 2 boys.
2 boys?
Yes.
How?
7 years, fell victim to the 7-year itch. It happens. Got 2 kids out of the deal and trying her best to pick up the pieces. Okay, I'm sure he's probably trying to do the same thing, but that 7-year itch, man, it's a real thing.
Hold on it.
15 and 10. Do you have any kids?
I have a daughter,
Okay.
14.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Mhm. You want more kids?
If my future husband wants kids, then yes. I will, give him a child, but I'm not like, I want it now. I'm not craving.
And right now I'm feeling like I like Soraya, very cool, good vibes. I like to plan at least 1 or 2 trips a year where I can stay at least 2 to 3 weeks, or if not a month.
That's one of the reasons why I got into real estate, because I'm just like, this is flexible.
Like, okay, we have so many things in common on the real estate and the connections, but I'm thinking, I'm like, Joya is special, so I don't need another Joya.
So let's say it was 2 years ago.
Yes,
Would I be somebody you'd be interested in?
I would say yes. I don't know, it's just something about you that I really like. We have a lot in common, and as we continue talking, I'm just like, we have great eye contact, and I'm just feeling this connection. He's so easy to talk to, and I almost feel like I don't want the conversation to stop.
You like good boys, or you a bad boy type?
Well, that depends.
We all dependent, huh?
Kind of like what you said last time. I like good boys who do bad things.
Oh yeah, good girls that make bad decisions.
Yeah, see? I'm kind of the same thing.
You know, when people start stealing your lingo, they really feel it.
That means I'm paying attention.
Let me say this, man. It just seems to me like Joya really is not respecting her current man, Jasha. She's really, I know this is a process. I know everybody's dating everybody. But it seemed to me like Joya is sort of going out of her way with the process. I mean, there is no, now she'll give Jasha some boundaries, or she says she wish she put some boundaries on him, and she'll get jealous if Jasha is getting some attention. But when it's about her and there's a guy that showing her some attention, she's just soaking it up like a dry biscuit, man. I don't know how else to say. Like, what is it? Like, she's just not showing Jasha enough respect, in my opinion. You know, I know Luther is smooth. You know, he's real smooth, but in my opinion, I just think Joya is doing a lot, and she takes me as the type of woman who feel like men are interchangeable. I just want what I want, and whatever man can give that to me or is going to give that to me, then I'll do that. But men are interchangeable. My love for you is super conditional, and that's just not attractive. That's just not attractive to men. It's not attractive to me. I know that. I don't like women who have such conditional love. You know what I mean? Because it just says to me that conditions are going to change. This is you're not built for a long-term relationship. Anyway, let's go back in.
Okay, I see you.
Hey,
Hi. How are you?
so I'm on my second date with Kiana, and I know it's gonna be fun, it's boxing and stuff. But I also had a lot on my mind that I had wanted to talk to her about. But at the moment, I was like, let me go ahead and show her how to, do 1,000 hits in 2 seconds, like the Flash. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Yeah, okay, we'll dive straight into this.
Oh, we just gonna dive right on in.
Pretty much.
The first date was the conversation was good. And so I'm just excited for this second date for us to kind of dig a little bit deeper. I actually have not worked out in a while, so hopefully today is not too rough on me. But I would not be opposed to Zay taking his shirt off. Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that?
Wait.
What's that? Okay, I see you try to slide the uppercut in, huh? Good shot. I enjoyed the energy. Her vibe was way mellow. Had me to the point where I got a lot more to think about. You gotta push back.
Talking all that crap.
Okay, all right, I'm finished.
Come on, champ.
What's up?
Yeah. So we're on our second date.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Feel like we got, some good energy on the last day.
Yeah.
Just want to learn more. All the women perspective from all these days I've been on, everybody said the same thing. Nobody like a man that can't communicate.
It is the worst.
And shutting down and all that.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like that.
Yeah, I either staying the same or you gonna change. What
Yeah.
you gonna do? Man, this stuff been difficult.
I can imagine. Ain't nobody just like, oh yeah, just come tell me all the negative stuff about me. Nobody wants to do that.
You would want to be defensive when you hear stuff like
Of
that.
course.
So hearing it from Stacy talking to me and pinpointing my problems that I had hidden, just sound like, man, I want to say something back, but I can't.
That's growth though.
I
I'm
can't.
sure it wasn't like that in the beginning. I'm sure.
Heck no, you can come tell me about myself and I ain't gonna tell you back. Kiana made it very easy for me to be able to be communicative well. I feel like I was able to listen better, especially by the time I got to this day, because it was like going through a dojo level.
I appreciate, I can feel the growth within you. You're acknowledging it, so that's always a good thing. So have you been feeling like a lot of pressure, from in your relationship lately? Like you feel like the clock is ticking?
Time is running, and
Yeah.
I just can't keep putting everything off till tomorrow.
Yeah, now she know you on the second day. So did you get any rules this time?
Now we got the same rules.
What?
No physical touch.
No physical touch?
Yeah, we got we respect those boundaries, because when she go on her date, it's the
You
same
don't want her
thing.
to do the same thing, yeah.
Going on a date and knowing that I got self-control, I'm on another level now, and I'm like, dang, it's actually getting easier and easier to do what I'm here to do.
You feel like a hug is too far? Because you can hug a stranger.
Yeah, but nah. I knew it was gonna be an interesting date. Made me realize that I want to go forward with Jasmine. It made me feel like I'm ready.
The hugging is too much.
Like an air hug.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, I can't control this feeling. If I can suffocate and breathe.
Now, let me say this. Kenyatta is cuter than I was giving her credit for. She really showed up to this date real cute, okay? So shout out to her for that. I got a concern, though. Why did Zay meet up with her at a gym? What makes you think that women want to box on a date? Zay, to me, seems to have a very low female IQ. I don't know what it is. He just like, most women are not going to want to go to no gym and box. Most women are not going to want to get sweaty and sweat up their weave or their hair, whatever. Most women are not going to want to do any of that stuff, especially if they got made up for a date. Kenyatta was a good sport. She was a real good sport. Maybe because she was on TV, maybe because she really liked Zay, trying to impress him. Maybe it's because, she got a job to do with the producers. I don't know. But she was a good sport about the whole boxing thing. But I would say probably 8 to 9 out of 10 women would not want to go boxing on a date. I don't know if he did that to try to curve her or whatever the case may be, and see how she would take that. But she took it pretty nice, and didn't really complain, went along with the date and did her thing. But Zay, I don't know, man. The dude just seems to have a low EQ when it comes to women. He just seemed to do questionable stuff to me. But anyway, let's go back in.
So glad to see you.
I know, right?
Definitely put the label of
Thank you. I'm happy that you were able to put a pause in the business that you were doing in Dallas and just come back home to take me on another date.
Of course. You were the motivation. I could have stayed out there a good while, but I want to get back here so I can kind of secure this deal right here, you know what I mean?
It definitely feels good to see Marcus because he always is just really, really making me feel special. Marcus is everything that Ricky would love to be for me when it comes to the wooing and the romance.
You're a priority. I couldn't miss, coming back home to to get opportunities to date you again. So how's your weekend?
You know, so we just been kind of dealing.
This brother been saying all the right stuff. He just know how to say the right stuff to her. And, you know, Kathy, she just soaks it up, man. You know. And then he go right in for the kill. Like, what are you and Ricky up to? What are y'all doing? You know. Anyway, let's go in.
With conflict resolve, you know, how do you fight fair?
Okay.
And I don't.
Because life is about growth day to day. You know, we never just arrive anywhere. It's still, you know, lessons we learn. So I'm just enamored the fact that you could acknowledge that about yourself, and that's growth in itself, you know. So, you know, tell me a little bit about some of the issues that were going on.
Okay, I think for me, at least with Ricky, my biggest issue is we always have these misunderstandings, and that becomes frustrating because, like, when the gloves are off, you get to that space so where it's like enough is enough.
When you have that foundation of honesty and you have respect, when disagreements, you know, happen, gloves ain't even really coming off.
I guess I definitely agree with that, and I think that's more so my speed too.
Yeah, I feel like the best thing for Catherine is to run for the hills. It seems like a toxic, unhealthy situation. You know, she needs to get with me so she can focus on herself and focus on building a relationship and really getting what she needs in the romance department. I heard something that women desire love and men desire respect.
Right. I think my love language is quality time.
Okay.
I love time. You know, that was something else that he mentioned that kind of triggered me. He brought up the concept that I don't give him the time to miss him. And to me, it was like, you know, we're like ship sailing at night.
I want to spend all my time with my girl. I think that he's working on borrowed time. For me, I don't feel like he's at a space to really accommodate you with some of the things that you need. I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to just say, hey, look, I see all of the gaps that need to be filled, and I can do that personally, effortlessly.
Marcus is just reassuring me that I am the prize. And, you know, I'm learning that when a man is really, really sure, like, I can definitely thrive in my femininity. And that's just not a space that Ricky puts me in a lot. And so it's just kind of left me in a confused state right now.
You can control what you do, but you can't control what someone else does. Yeah, so I appreciate the opportunity that you're allowing yourself, that I'm a part of you allowing yourself to explore another side of what could be fruitful for you.
All right. Oh my goodness. Listen. Ladies, turn up your radio. Let me say this to you real quick. Turn up your phone. Turn this up. Okay? Listen very closely to what I'm about to say. Don't tell a current prospect what's going on in your current relationship. I mean, and you shouldn't be doing that anyway. I know this is a show designed to have people date, but I noticed Mark is getting a whole lot of intel from Catherine, and he's getting this intel and he's using it against Ricky. Okay? Oh, so tell me what's going on in y'all relationship. Oh, he ain't giving you this. He ain't giving you the time. I love spending time with my woman. Your love language is quality time. You'll get that with me. It seemed a little weaselly to me. Now, I know a lot of ladies out there like, look, Catherine should leave Ricky. I've seen comments saying Kathy should leave Ricky. He ain't this, he ain't that. I admit, Ricky got some things to work on. I don't trust Marcus. I just don't. I don't know nothing about this guy's history. I don't know why he's still available. He's keeping his past secret. He's getting intel from Catherine. And he's using that intel against their relationship so he could try to steal her away from Ricky. let me be clear. I don't necessarily think Marcus is a bad guy. I don't. It's just a little, it almost feels like he's a bit manipulative, and he can be manipulative against Catherine. Now, some might say, no, he's just interested. He wants to win her heart. He wants to win her over. And he's showing her that he can do that. He can treat her better. It's possible. It's possible. But you don't know him. You really don't know him. You really don't know this guy. And like I said, nobody can have it all. So whatever Ricky was giving her, who's to say that Marcus is going to give that to her? Now, some people are just a better match. Marcus might just be a better match with Catherine. Who knows? But the way that he's moving makes me suspicious. So if I'm Catherine big brother, I'm going to be like, look, tell me more about your past, bruh. Why are you single? You know, why are you asking my sister all these questions? Tell me more about you. Are you love bombing her right now? Sound like you love bombing her, bruh. You know, I'm not saying that you're not backing it up by, you know, showing intention and stuff like that, but we don't know nothing about you. We don't know nothing about you. I'd like to be a big brother to Catherine right now and be like, look, you don't know enough about this dude yet. You can't, it wouldn't be wise to give up Ricky for him. Ricky, you know Ricky. Him, he just a love bomber. And practically shares none of his past. He always goes into questions with you on how to break you and Ricky up. So if I'm her big brother, I'm like, don't move yet. Okay, yeah, Ricky, he could communicate better, but at least you know what you got with Ricky. Maybe you could work things out with Ricky. With this new guy, I don't trust him yet. He gonna have to show and prove a lot more. And I know he's showing moving with intention, but his history is very cloudy. And he could be some kind of a physical, you know, he could be some kind of, you never know. He could be a lot of stuff. I don't want to say on YouTube, but he could be a lot of stuff that's not good. So ease up on all the love bombing and tell us more about your history. We need to see some more stuff. You seem like some kind of weasel that's trying to move in for some reason, you know? So that's just how I feel about the Marcus and Catherine situation. I'm not saying Marcus is a bad guy. I'm just saying I wouldn't trust it just yet. Anyway, let's go in.
Hi, I'm Kay Renee Carter. I am in my 40s. I'm looking for someone who's loving, caring, kind. I'm open to love. I'm open to friendships. I am open to whatever the universe brings into my space. This is cute.
I've never been here before.
Me either. I think it's new, maybe.
Tonight, I'm on my first date with Kay. Even though she's not typically my type, I'm open to new experiences, so maybe we'll have something in common. So,
Tell me about yourself. How long have y'all been together?
about 2 years actually dating, but we've been knowing each other for like 10 years.
So you got that good foundation.
Yeah, we got a good foundation,
Yeah.
really know who I'm like talking to.
I have. It was a short marriage though, so I
Okay.
think you're doing the best thing.
Got to.
Yeah,
I
as
definitely
far
agree because
as-
I've been married before.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Okay.
No,
For how long?
not long. We pretty much grew grew up together, then we dated for a while. I really was like taking it serious and it still came out messed up.
I'll be honest, like I knew it probably wasn't gonna last when I went into it, but it was a lot of pressure from like my family, his family.
I mean, things happen, you know, living life and everything like that. I think these conversations with Kay were very helpful because I felt like it was very straightforward, very honest, and it feels good to know that people can understand where you're coming from.
I had been stifled. I feel like I had hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
And I was wanting to grow more, talking about growth.
Right.
And you can feel like something telling you to move.
Yeah.
But you're not quite sure.
Right. I used to be free and not worried about confrontation with Catherine, but we did get to some points where we got a little nervous about speaking. Can I ask you for some advice?
Yeah.
Some advice? So I had went on a date with another girl, right? And her name is Sheila, and we learned about, like, I guess more boundaries and stuff like that. And so I had went on a date, and she tried to feed me some food. You'll see your face. Of course, she feels that way too. So,
okay,
you know, it's a date. You know, people do stuff like that on dates, and I can understand why.
I mean, I see both sides of it. So, what I'm hearing, there's some insecurity there.
Right.
I think in order for y'all to be great as a couple,
that's to do something.
You got to be great with yourself.
Yeah.
I can see something in him that wants to get his thoughts out. I don't know if he doesn't feel comfortable having these conversations in his relationship, but you can definitely tell that there are some inner thoughts that he's having. On the other side of this, do you think you're ready for marriage?
I do. I have some things that's kind of holding me up, but I do think I'm ready. God did put her back in my life for a reason, or in the first place.
But you do realize marriage is real different.
Oh, yes. I definitely...
And I know you've been married before, but you're not marrying the same person.
Right. Definitely. I know that too.
Yeah.
And which is why I'm here, because I know it's not no easy thing. I tasted marriage, and it's not...
It's bittersweet.
What do you call it? Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Bittersweet. That's why you gotta make sure it's with the right person.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It felt good to just get out and like connect with somebody.
Yeah. And, you know, you want to look for something that somebody got the same love and the same thing.
So cheers.
Cheers.
I've had such a good time talking to you.
Me too.
All right, now Kay is way too much woman for Ricky. Okay, she looked nice. She seems like a corporate wife. Okay, she just seems a little. She just seems like she's on a different level. I don't like to say a higher level because that's just kind of, you know, ridiculous. That's kind of insulting Ricky. But I would say she's just on a different level than he is, and she was more like, I mean, she could sun Ricky real easy. Sometimes you can kind of tell when, you know, people are not intellectually matched up. Like, I think she would run Ricky, and I think he knows this. This is probably why she's not his type, is because he needs a much simpler woman. He needs a woman who is not as, you know, seemingly put together as Kay. Now, you know, I'm not saying Kay don't have no flaws. She has some issues herself. You know, she went into a marriage knowing it was not probably going to last long. She gave in to family pressures and things like that. And, you know, so not saying that she's, like I say, much better than Ricky. It's just that you could tell the wavelength, that they're on different frequencies. Okay. And Ricky is not going to be compatible with Kay's frequency. He's just not. He needs a much simpler woman. Kay is a little more complex woman. I can tell that right just off of that. Anyway, let's go back in.
Hey, baby.
What's up, babe?
Hey.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
You like my outfit?
Look at her beaming, just smiling.
Cute.
So Joya comes in and she's wearing this sexy black dress, one I've never seen or looking amazing. And I'm just like, wow, okay. That's what Luther gets in the second date. Okay, I see you though, baby.
I got this really nice rose.
Mm-hmm.
Matches my lipstick.
It does.
And my date painted me a really nice picture.
Of course. That's very nice.
A New York flamingo. It surprised me, and it also like made me feel very special.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I like it.
Very nice. Oh, okay, dude. Okay, see you, brother. I'll give him some points for that. That was pretty thoughtful. I didn't like it, but I had to just eat that one and learn from it. New York Flamingos, okay. It's a team or something. It's like a team. Huh?
It's not a team.
New York Flamingos. All right.
But it's definitely a nice picture. Luther giving me this gift shows me that he speaks the same love language that I like. And it made me feel very appreciated and seen.
How was your date? You had fun?
I did.
Looking stunning.
Tell me about your date. You wanted a date too.
She was very easy to talk to. You guys have a lot in common.
Such as any details?
She's a real estate agent.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, travels a lot. Definitely was good conversation.
I mean, you see what I came home with. My date was great. A really good time. What was that face?
Yeah, I see what you came home with. I did feel a little uncomfortable to see Tori come home happy with this nice painting that was so thoughtful and it connected with her heart. My ego was like, I don't know how to paint. You know, I can't paint like that.
He asked me also, like, if I wasn't in a relationship and we met, would he be somebody that I would have considered? And I said, possibly, yeah. I mean, especially because he's so thoughtful.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you had a good time, good date. You're smiling good.
I love my picture and my rose.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, where we gonna put it?
I don't know. Don't match nothing in my house, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It's a mess.
All right, y'all. Let me say this, man. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. Well, what's wrong? What's wrong with what you see, Mike? It seems to me that Joya is trying to go out of her way to upset Jasha. She come in with a beaming smile. He said she was wearing a dress he never seen. She went out and bought a new dress for this Luther dude. She went out and bought her this new dress so she could look her total best for smooth ass Luther. Okay. Look, they had a connection. He gave her a gift that connected with her. I get it. You know, it's almost not fair because Jasha can't paint. You know what I mean? He could probably show her love in other ways, but I'm just seeing that Jasha is really trying to connect with Joya, and Joya is just trying to jump off the Jasha train and trying to get this guy as probably as jealous as she possibly can. You went out and bought a new dress for another dude. You was looking forward to this day. You come in beaming. You think you're gonna hang that? You think you're gonna hang that painting up on my wall? Nah. That's if anything, that's gonna go in your own personal storage. It ain't gonna be in this house. At least, I mean, maybe that's me. That's just, you know, Jasha probably moving a little better with this whole situation than I probably would. But I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's hang some other dude painting on our wall so I can look at it every time I walk by it. That ain't me. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't care about cool points. I wouldn't care about not showing jealousy. I wouldn't care about none of that. Like, I'm not looking at another dude painting in my house. Okay? Nah, it ain't going down. Anyway, it just seemed to me that Joya is, I'm not even really seeing like when stuff happens with when the tables were turned, right? And you know, Jasha was getting some attention and Joya was feeling a little slighted by Jacoby. She was all in her feelings. She didn't handle it cool. She was, you know, I should have gave regulations and I should have did this and I should have did that. I like how Zay and them, they did their thing, and you, and now that she got a little attention from some guy, now she just doing too much. She just doing too much, in my opinion. I know he did that thoughtful thing and painted and all of that. I get all of that, but she don't seem to have any concern for Jasha's feelings. That's really the root of my issue with Joya right now. She don't seem to have any consideration for her man's feelings. She's practically throwing it in his face. And if she did go out and buy a new dress for Luther, that's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. You know, you're showing another guy a part of you that I haven't even seen before. I just think that it's I'm having second doubts about this couple. I'll put it that way. Let's go in.
Jasmine.
Stacey.
How you doing, Zay?
Hey,
Hey, pretty
what's
girl.
going on?
How you doing?
So going into this group session, you know, this last week, I really wasn't, you know, owning up to my true feelings. So this week, I want to do that because you have to be able to show your emotional side through this process.
Oh, Catherine. Hi, honey. Hey, Ricky. I'm so happy to see y'all. How's everyone doing? Looking good.
Thank you.
You. So everyone went out on dates this week. So let's dig into that first. Okay, so Jasmine, you went out with Josie for the first time. Let's hear about how that went.
We went ice skating.
No way.
Yeah. And we had such a blast. He was a really cool guy. I enjoyed it. Was a lot of laughter.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So were there qualities about him that you did enjoy that you would possibly want to see more in Zay?
Just his full attention is always like, okay, nothing else matters, no phones, nothing, just you.
I want you to work on it more, because if she's still saying it, that means that when y'all leave me, something is not happening at home, and I want her to OD on your attention.
Well, I've been working on that lately. I don't get up every morning and be all on the phone no more. Now, before the sessions and stuff, oh yeah, wide open.
Okay, so then what about, especially even if you're not on the phone, being open to have a dialogue with her?
I need to clear my mind before she want to, go into conversations a lot of time. She might just dart in a conversation that none. I've been had a whole on my head with something earlier that day.
So then will it help if you all have, I don't know, a set time that you all come together? But that means that, Jasmine, you can't just sporadically come up with 8 to 10 things throughout the day, because we have agreed as a couple to have those real discussions so that each person can get what they need at a certain point.
Yeah.
And you're going to give her your full attention, period.
I can do that for you.
You for real?
Okay. I believe him. All right. So, Jasmine, would you like to go on a second date with Josie?
Yes.
Okay. You, Zay, asked Kenyatta out on a second date.
Yeah.
How did that go?
We kind of pretty much just talked a little. It wasn't much to talk about because she understood the assignment that I had. This is the steps that I had to take to get where I need to be.
Will she get a third?
I want to say no, because I kind of feel like we're to the dead end with the point.
Jasmine, what are your thoughts?
I'm happy.
Good stuff. So, Ricky, you went on a first date with Kay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me about that.
We went to the ice cream parlor,
We talked about, you know, basically where she came from, where I came from. I got a lot from her. She was like a real lady. I was impressed and happy that the date went good, you know what I'm
And
saying?
she said she was impressed with him, which really, really like made his night.
Date K was very helpful. She even was like rooting me on about the things that I was doing. So,
Will she be getting a second?
Unfortunately, no, she will not.
Okay.
The connection that I got from her is that she basically is more of like a teacher, but you know, I definitely learned a lot.
So, Catherine, you went on a third date with Marcus.
Yes, ma'am.
How did it go?
It went really well. You know, obviously me and Marcus do have chemistry because we're aligned in a lot of ways. Our conversation was different this time. In our past dates, a lot of times he really would kind of shy away from conversations about me and Ricky. But this time, you know, he definitely acknowledged a lot of what was going on with me and Ricky and was trying to more so, I felt like, be a friend. I definitely want the gauge, you know, for him as far as a man. Like, what are ways that you would want your woman to fight fair? I was asking him stuff like, how do you respond in conflict? His biggest thing was respect. You know, always, you know, no matter how much of yourself is taken out the room, just remember to respect him, because then he'll respond in the ways you need him to as far as the love. And so that's definitely something that I have to work on, you know. So I did think that was some great advice.
What made you open up to him and ask him?
Because my biggest thing is being honest with myself. Where I'm at is like, I just don't, I feel like I'm the problem, where I have a lot that I need to fix. You know, like I need to get me right, you know. It's just one of those things of, I know that I have a lot of work to do. And it's like scary because one of my fears is that I end up alone by myself. Thank you, guys.
Wow, that's big, and that's big to admit that, you know, she don't want to be alone and by herself. That's why I really like Catherine. I think that she is really putting in an effort to become a better woman for Ricky and for herself, and she's just going 10 toes down in this process. Let's go back in.
Well, as I always say, we can work on ourselves, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. This is hard work. You need to give yourself and your partner grace. But we kind of, when we get to the place where we are in this process, you literally have to ask yourself, can I deal with this person for who they are right now, even at a work in progress?
I know what she's going through. She got a lot going on, and I just been there for her. I'm gonna always be there for her.
Listen, love is amazing. It's beautiful, but it has to be healthy. I think it's important for you to do some reflection.
Everybody's needs fixing. Kat wants to fix herself, and I want to help her. That's what people that love each other do. I used to do some of the stuff that she did. You know what I'm saying? I've been there where, you know, insecurities, a lot of stuff, and I'm not the same no more. So, and I believe in her and a lot of stuff that she do, and that's what I preach to her all the time.
As Ricky is talking, like, I definitely have to work on him. And so while I love that Ricky loves to play my superhero, I also really want him taking care of him first, because it's like, I'm not sure what I want to do.
So, Catherine.
Yeah, Ricky, before you start becoming a tutor to Catherine, okay, you got some work to do yourself, bruh. You got a whole lot of issues, and I know a lot of women watching this right now will say, hey, Catherine should have been left you, bruh. Hold Catherine down, without a doubt. Hold her down, but you need to be doing some work yourself, okay? It ain't over. It ain't just about her and what she can fix. It's about what you can fix about yourself too. Don't get caught up into, yeah, I used to be there. I used to be where she at. Now I'm different now. I don't move like that. I'll be there for her though, you know. Nah, bro, you still got a lot of work to do. Anyway, let's go in.
You went on a third date with Marcus.
Yes.
Will he getting a fourth date? Yes, Marcus will be getting a 4th day, so I can just really figure some things out. Okay, all right. Ricky, what are your thoughts on that?
I want to figure some stuff out too. So, go ahead.
You could say it was a little disappointing. I've definitely been working towards the mission, you know what I'm saying? So, I want her, that's why I'm here. At the end of the day, I just want to see her happy, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
All right, Jaysha, you've been on your first date with Soraya. Tell me about that.
Initially, I was just like, here we go, let's go to another date. Let's go to the, we'll see what happens. But Soraya had really good, calm, quiet energy, very feminine. Right out the gate, I'm asking where you from, what do you do? She's Jamaican, which is the connection Joya's half Jamaican as well. Like, then find out she's in real estate. She's a real estate agent.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
Wow.
she's divorced. She's got 2 kids, a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old, 2 boys.
Does she want more kids?
She said she's okay, but she's like, if her husband wanted more kids, she'd be like, okay, she's open to it.
Did you enjoy the time with her? Did you learn something? What do you take from that conversation?
It was definitely, not say scary, but it was weird just to see like with somebody that's like really close to, what we got going on. But you know what I'm saying? I love my baby. So it's like, it was definitely, like, wow, okay.
Was there chemistry at all?
No, other than just the surface level stuff.
And then also she doesn't want kids. Joya does want children.
Right,
And
that's
one of
a
the
big
reasons
deal.
why you all in this process is because there was not, the timelines weren't agreed.
Right.
Okay. Have you had a conversation with Jaysha to see how that feels? Just to see the difference having a woman who does not want them, open to things, the same things I am, is in real estate as well. What you thinking, Jaysha? Will she be getting a second date?
She will not begin a second date. To be real, like, it's cool, she's a real estate agent, but that's our story. Like, I don't want to dampen it. I don't really want to, like, rock with that because I'm happy where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we got going on.
I feel good.
Care nothing about nobody in real estate agents. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Now, Joya,
Yes.
why don't you go next? You met up with Luther, right, for a second date?
Yes.
How'd that go?
It was really nice. Before our date actually started, he told me that and I was like, what is that? So I unwrapped it, and it was a painting that he painted for me of a flamingo, but it was in the shape of New York because I'm from New York.
Oh, wow.
And it was on a turquoise canvas because that's my favorite color.
You're really smart. I ain't trying to cause no problems, but this
I know
process
Jaysha's
is
sick of this.
for you to, whatever that is that made you happy, for somebody to be so intentional with you like that.
It was very intentional. It was very thoughtful and creative. And even the way he wrapped it, it was just so like, you really put time and effort and thought into this. Gifts is my love language. And I always tell
Did Jaysha
Jaysha,
know that it was your love language?
yes, he knows, but I think when Jaysha thinks gifts, he thinks big gifts. And I'm like, small gifts. And I love that we always go on big, expensive trips and we do all these extravagant things. Sometimes it's the smallest things that really touch my heart. Here's the thing. All of the stuff that me and Jaysha do together, we're doing it together. You're enjoying the experience the same way that I am as we're traveling and we're doing these things. But for somebody to do something for me, that painting was for me. It wasn't for somebody else to enjoy. That was for me to enjoy.
Jaysha, what are you thinking right now?
It just hurts to hear sometimes, like, it's like I never do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Language is powerful. So, like, when you say you always, or I never do this, like, I hate that. I don't like that kind of language. So I disagree. I'm resisting because I do a lot of stuff.
I bet you
love
do.
and enjoy it with all my heart. I'm giving her every ounce of me. And to dismiss those things really hurt me and cut me, like, to my core. I'm just doing the best I can. And so that's all I can take.
Never enough.
Now, on to this week's assignment. Ladies, I want y'all to check out a few wedding venues. Men, I'd like for you to go tuxedo shopping.
How y'all feel?
I feel great, man.
I'm not quite sure if we ready this second.
I sure wish I had that ring, girl.
They better hurry up.
And there you have it with put a ring on it. Let me say this. I'm noticing a trend here. And y'all see if y'all notice the same trend. I'm seeing all of the men coming closer to their women, and I'm seeing all of the women going further away from their men, with the exception of Jasmine a little bit, you know. But the other women seem to be going further away from their men. And all the men seem to be getting closer to their women. Am I wrong in that? Put it in the comments. Am I wrong on that? What do y'all see? I'm just seeing a lot of... I understand why Catherine want to go on another date with Marcus, but I think she should be careful with Marcus. I understand why Joya liked the gift from smooth ass Luther, but I still feel like she kind of going out of her way to piss Jasha off. It seemed like to me. Seemed like she's trying to make him ultimately jealous. Maybe she's trying to pay him back for how she felt earlier in the process with Brittany. I don't know, but it seemed like a little. She don't seem very empathetic with Jasha's feelings at all. I know the guy does a lot for her already, and she's not even acknowledging that because she's too busy trying to make him jealous. Jasmine and Zay probably, I must say, has the best situation as far as them being able to work their situation out. I think they're the couple who will 10, 20 years from now still be together. I don't see that in Joya and Jasha. I don't really see that in Catherine and Ricky. I just see that. I'll put it this way: Jasmine and Zay seem to have the relationship that will probably go the furthest distance in the near future.